Well, hello the new. It's only me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Studio B here in the Gigglemill in Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK. Studio B is the resident home of that world-famous studio engineer, Adolf Apfelstrudel, very sweet chap from Berchtesgaden in Bavaria. At one time he was a well-known driver for the AA, but he had problems with the ladies, turned to drink, got the sack and ended up in Alcoholics Anonymous. So he was often referred to as AA from the AA, formerly with the AA from BB. During the WAR, Adolf was gruesomely wounded and therefore refuses steadfastly to appear on camera. He says it frightens the kids and he gets visits from the police. In addition, he's a strict disciplinarian and refuses me any more than 12 digital mega burgers. Can you imagine? A measly 12 digital mega burgers, which means I have to deny you the all-time forgettable thrill of my world-famous rendition of Nessun Dorma. Just occasionally I can persuade Adolf to wave to you, the audience, but he insists on wearing a glove to hide his WAR wound. And he's just coming back from lunch, and I'm going to try and catch his eye, because between you and me, he likes a drink, you see, and I can just see him swaying there behind the glass. And I'm going to ask him, Adolf, are you there? Well, he's there, and I've got his attention. What do you think about waving to the audience today? What do you think? Do you think you might have a wave? He says no. Not a skinful. Right, folks. Our little tale today is about that well-known wooden chap, Pinocchio. And he had a real-life human girlfriend, and she was quite taken with wooden blokes. You know, she liked the feel of wood, if you know what I mean. And unfortunately, every time they kissed and canoodled and whatever, she got a splinter or splinters. And so she said to him one day, she said, I'm getting a bit fed up, Pinocchio. She said, you must do something about these splinters. Go and have a word with Mr. Bogliani, the man who made you. So Pinocchio, rather embarrassed, goes to see Mr. Bogliani, and he tells him his problem. So Mr. Bogliani says, well, I tell you what I recommend, sandpaper, very fine sandpaper. And he said, that'll put you right. So away Pinocchio goes, and clip-clop, clip-clop. And about 6 months later, Mr. Bogliani is back in town buying some supplies. And he bumps into Pinocchio in the shop. And Pinocchio is just buying 300 sheets of sandpaper. So Mr. Bogliani says, you don't really need that much sandpaper for a few for rubbing your legs. He said, how are you getting on with the girl now? So Pinocchio looks at him. He said, oh, he says, who needs girls now I've got sandpaper? Thank you and good night, folks.